Sean, you and I both know it's tough times for many folks out there, but we want to keep in mind, especially our veterans right now. We want to make sure that they're getting access to all the benefits and all the privileges that they have earned. Our next guest can help with that.
Certainly can. Jim Hill, he's the executive chairman of Vet Comp and Penn Medical Consulting. It's great having you, my friend. How are you?
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on today.
It's great to have you. All right, let's talk about this. Obviously, our veterans, we say it time and time again how thankful we are for their service. Frankly, they do not necessarily get the easiest road, not only in combat, but once they've become a veteran. Going through the system is not necessarily the easiest thing either. They get benefits that they deserve, but sometimes they're denied. How are you able to help these veterans traverse the system?
Oh, that's a great question. At VetComp and Penn Medical Consulting, we focus exclusively on the medical evidence related to their VA disability benefits, and that's really our unique advantage. Most veterans and good-hearted VSOs don't understand pathophysiology, pharmacology, biomechanics well enough to clearly see how a medical condition the veteran may have had many years ago while on active duty has caused something seemingly unrelated that may have recently developed. So
Yeah.
most veterans don't understand how their VA service-connected disabilities cause their peripheral neuropathy and kidney disease that they didn't have on active duty, but their VA service-connected diabetes was the cause of it. So we help that get connected. And knee injuries and back injuries cause sleep apnea for folks that can't exercise like they used to, gastric reflux from a knee injury due to medications, et cetera. So we do all kinds of things that aren't so obvious on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
They're not obviously related.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it helps. It sounds like you've helped a lot of folks through a lot of different situations. I'm just wondering too, like, how often do you meet a veteran and they've really avoided the idea of pursuing their benefits because they didn't want to deal with the system? It was just too daunting and they felt like they were going to, get caught up in the process.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we see that every day. At VetComp and Penn, we try and encourage folks to exhaust all their free benefits before they come to us, but reach out to us before they throw in the towel because we can help do a lot of the heavy lifting for them. But we tell the veterans that the VA is very complex. They've got a huge task in front of them navigating veteran disability benefits, and it's very complex process, similar to the IRS tax code in many ways, probably written by the same people.
Mm.
And the VA is a huge organization trying to accomplish a very difficult task. So
Yeah.
they have to take that balance, the taking care of veterans with being fiscally responsible with our taxpayer dollars. So, they're not always the enemy. They have a very daunting task in front of them, though.
No question. I'm just I'm picturing you as the guy in every single NCIS or whatever it is, when they're trying to find who's responsible for the crime, and they have the little rope and they have this over to there. Like, wait a second, that person over there. So you're trying to connect things that may have happened to one person that direct. Like, give me an example of somebody that you've helped that say, all right, this is the injury or this is the thing that they're feeling, but it's connected to something that they got in service.
Sure. Well, I just mentioned a really common one is obstructive sleep apnea. A veteran jumps out of airplanes for a living in the Army as a paratrooper, blows out a knee, gets put on a no-run profile, leaves the military in his 30s, and then can't exercise like he used to, ends up, that knee turns into low back issues over time. That's a biomechanic fact. And we can get that back service connected, and then the back and knee issues keep him from exercising as much. He doesn't change his diet, and he has some excessive weight gain, which can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, which is a secondary condition caused by that knee injury and the back injury are both related
Right.
to that knee injury as a secondary condition. And those are often worth a lot more than that direct service connected disability the veteran currently is receiving compensation for.
Interesting. Jim, I'm sure there are plenty of veterans actually maybe watching right now and they're thinking, hey, this guy's great. He's going to bat for veterans, but also wondering how much does this cost? So how much do you charge people to help them with the service?
Yeah, that's a great question. We never charge anything upfront for our medical consulting fees, so there's never a risk to the veteran for paying for something that they don't get. Veterans pay us only after the VA awards an increase in their monthly disability compensation, and our standard fee is very simple. We charge a fee equal to 5 times the monthly increase that we help them receive. So if a veteran's currently receiving $500 a month from the VA, we don't touch that. We don't attach any of their benefits. We help them get an increase, let's say, to $800 per month. That's a $300 increase. They would pay us 5 times that $300 increase, $1,500, but they only pay that after they win the benefit from the VA. So there's really no risk for them. We're the ones taking the risk. And if we don't help them get an increase, they never owe us a penny. So now we can't guarantee that the VA is going to award a benefit to somebody who thinks they have a certain disability. It really comes down to the medical evidence. And, we're evidence-based consultants, so we can only work with, the medical evidence that they have available. But we're really, we've got a great track record of helping veterans that are frustrated with the VA process or feel like they've been shortchanged. We're excellent at helping them uncover those benefits, and there's no risk to them paying something that they're not getting. They only pay when they win.
Great.
No question.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us.
It's great that you offer that. Thank you so much, Jim.
All right. Thanks for your time, guys. Have a great day.
You as well. If you want to learn more, go to vetcompandpen.com. The information right there on your screen. Vet Comp and Pen Medical Consulting, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.